Hey there, my traveling Pisces peeps.
Hey, what's up, fam?
All right. We are going to be talking about what in this episode today?
The things you need to do.
The week before cruising.
Cruise day is Sunday.
And why are we talking about that today?
It's Monday.
Today's Monday.
And cruise day is Sunday.
Shh. Shh. Act like this is Sunday and you're watching it. Why you gotta ruin it?
Oh, because today's Sunday. What's up?
Today's episode, we are talking about
The things you need to do 1 week before you set out on your cruise.
That's right. And why are we discussing this today?
Because 1 week from today,
We're
going on our
cruise. Yes, we're excited. We are going to be going on the Carnival. And where are we going this time?
So we're going to Mahogany Bay, which is in Roatan or Honduras.
Yes.
We're going to Belize and Cozumel.
That's right. We are excited. We're going to go dive in Honduras. Yay,
Get some
can't
tequila
wait.
in
Yes.
Cozumel.
Yes, that cinnamon tequila that you
Yeah.
love so much.
And go see the ruins in Belize.
Exactly. But we're not talking about those. Just more to come on our cruise. But today, well, you know what? Let's start real quick. You know what?
Yeah, but real quick.
Yes.
If this is your first time, dropping by our channel,
Yes.
welcome.
Welcome.
We appreciate checking it out, and we hope you find it informative.
That's right. I'm Jeanette,
And I'm Aaron,
and we are
the Traveling Pisces.
we are full-time travelers who are exploring the world one coastline at a time with a little bit of adventure in between, right?
This is true.
That's right.
Okay, so let's get started talking about why you clicked on this video in the first place.
Yes, that's right. Yes. So we are headed out for our cruise next week, and we just wanted to go over a few of the things you should be doing the week before your cruise.
Right.
All right, so let's,
So number one.
yes, number one is packing.
Right.
Packing. So before you start packing, I know you want those cute little outfits or this, that, or the other. Make sure to take the time out and check the weather for the ports that you're going in. That way you can be better prepared. You know, it might be raining, it might be cold, it might be hot.
Might be a hurricane coming through.
That's right, yes, which we hope, fingers crossed, that's not going to happen. But yes, so definitely you want to check the weather before you pack.
So online check-in. You want to make sure that you check in for all of your excursions. Make sure you check in for the whole cruise.
Right? That's the most important
Check in
thing.
for the cruise online.
Yes.
You want to make sure you print out copies of all of your excursions, any
Drink
packages that you may have
yes.
purchased, your Wi-Fi, or any other amenities that you have purchased prior to the cruise.
Right, absolutely. Although, you know, they have them at already on record, you want to make sure you have them so that you're not spending time for any confusions that might happen.
And just in case anything arises, you have a hard copy of those documents.
Absolutely. And so those need to make sure to put those in your carry-on
Carry-on.
bag, because what happened to us
Because remember,
our last cruise?
the first day, you may not get your luggage until later that night.
Yes, ours
And
disappeared.
sometimes maybe the next day.
That's right. Yep, ours
Right?
disappeared. Mine did. Yours didn't. Which we ended up finding it later that night at customer service, but still, nonetheless, we had to
Right.
go searching for it when we wanted to be out having fun.
Exactly. Okay, so that brings us to number 3, right?
Number 3.
Oh, actually, hold on. Before we get to number 3, we're just talking about your luggage and your carry-on. Any medications that you have that you need, make sure that you also put that in your carry-on as well, because, like we said, if you don't get your luggage on time, You may need that.
Absolutely, yes. And that is in the more detailed plan on our linked video. So check that out, and it'll have a list of all the medications and everything to plan for.
All right, so number 3, you want to take a picture of your passport and email it to yourself.
Yes.
That way, if you happen to lose your passport, you'll always have access to a digital copy of your passport.
Exactly. And not just that, but since you've already taken a picture of it, save it in your favorites on your phone so that if you do have your phone, which most of us do, you know you do because you want to be out there taking the selfies. You
Right.
have it, save it in your favorites, and then also in your emails.
But also in the event that you lose your phone, I'm sure that you can easily log on to somewhere
Right.
and access your email.
Exactly. So we do that every cruise, and it really helps out quite a bit, just to keep us peace of mind.
Right. Okay. Number 4.
This is a big one. Your arrangements getting to and from the port. If you're flying in, where are you going to stay the night before? Are you going to stay in a hotel, or are you flying in that morning and going straight to the port? You want to make sure that you've got it planned of how you're getting to and from the port, and make sure to leave enough time because guess
that's
what?
the biggest thing, making sure that you leave enough time because you don't want to find yourself getting stuck in traffic and missing the cruise.
Like we did, which is why it's important to have enough time to get there because accidents do happen. If you're not flying in, you still want to make sure, if you're driving like us, because we're going to have the RV, whether you're coming in by car or RV, make sure to make plans of where you're going to park at. We go ahead, a few weeks ahead of time actually, and look for the best place. When
Right.
I say we, I mean I.
Right.
Me.
So when you say we and you mean you, what did you mean? What did you do about the RV? So where are we parking the RV?
There is a parking lot that is right off of the port, and it allows and accommodates for larger vehicles such as the RV. And it's secured, it's patrolled and everything for the whole week, and it wasn't very expensive.
Right. So we're leaving out of Galveston, but I'm sure that they're going to have similar things in other and other cruise ports.
Absolutely.
Throughout the country.
Yeah, it's
whether
very
common. You're in, Miami, Lauderdale, or
Right.
New Orleans, or wherever you may be. I'm sure they have similar, things.
Yeah, absolutely. So make sure that you make your reservations for where you're going to park ahead of time and pay for it ahead of time. That way you don't get frustrated trying to find a parking space and they're all taken up or this, that, or the other. Another peace of mind to have.
And also with this, it's very local. It's very close to the port, so that way you don't have to try to worry about trying to find your way from
Right.
the parking to the port. We also considered putting the RV in storage, or just leaving it in a campground. And we did find out that we wouldn't be able to leave it in a campground because most campgrounds don't want you to leave your campground or your site unattended overnight.
Right, exactly. So, it's just easier for us to do it that way. And then we're going to be on our way to our next adventure.
Okay.
All right.
All right, number 5.
Number 5. Money, money, money.
Let's talk about money.
Let's talk about money.
All right. So first thing you want to make sure that you do is go to the cash.
Go to cash.
Go to the bank
cash.
and get some cash.
Yes,
right?
definitely.
Cash is king.
Yes, smaller bills, definitely. A lot of the countries that you go into, they don't even want to bother taking 50s or 100s. And why would you want to carry the large bills anyway?
Right.
So get dollars, dollar
Not to mention,
bills.
a lot of them might not even have change for those larger bills, right? Because in a lot of countries, they're dealing with their own local currencies and may not have that. You don't want to have to also worry about going to exchange places to be able to exchange your currency for the local things.
Right, exactly. And I mean, most of the ports and the places that the cruise ships go to, they do take
American money.
American currency, but you want to check ahead just in case. You want to, when you go to, make sure you get enough cash for your excursions, for tipping, if you want to put a cash account once you get onto the boat. All of those you want to make sure to have. And then what we do is we take envelopes for each one of our excursions that we're going to, and we put money aside for each one and we label it. That way we can keep track of what we're spending, and we just grab our envelope whenever it's time to go.
Yep.
That's a neat little trick. So you want to check that out. That it really, really helps out. While we're talking about money though, you want to make sure that when you're checking in, you're linking your credit card to your stateroom, or if you're not going to do that, go to guest services so that you can set up your cash account. Most of the online check-ins, they won't complete out your itinerary or your check-in until you have put a credit card on there.
Right.
So you want to link it, but if you don't want that credit card or debit card to be used, you want to go ahead and go to customer services as soon as you get onto the cruise ship and put in your cash account so that there's no questions about where the money's
and
coming
keep in mind that it will save you a lot of time by doing this as well, because then you don't have to wait
Absolutely.
in the line when you first board the ship, because there's going to be a lot of people at customer service.
Yes, doing excursions and everything else, which do it beforehand. It makes it so easy. So once you get on that cruise ship, you're like,
Party,
party,
turn
party,
up.
party. All right, we're still talking about banks. And why is that? Do you know why we're still talking about banks?
Why are we still talking about banks? Oh, because you have to let your bank know that you're going abroad.
Yes, because that happened to us our first cruise as
Right,
well.
and that's the worst feeling, to get to a country and try to make a charge and it get declined.
It is. It really is. And I mean, so ours didn't happen while we were in another country. One of our cruises, I think it's when we went to Cozumel,
Cozumel.
right? So we went to Cozumel. We went and we made our charges. We bought things, everything. Everything was fine. We got back onto the cruise ship, and I think that was our last port. And we were headed back. And then all of a sudden, we get this overhead thing summoning us to customer service, and we're like, uh-oh, what do we do? And it was because they went to
Put holds on the account.
right, yeah, for our final bills, and the credit card was denied. And we were like, plenty of money there. Yeah, we know that it's there.
Right.
So luckily they let us call the bank and we got it all squared away. But it took us about an hour to get that all taken care of. And you know what? It was our last day on the ship. We wanted to be out enjoying ourselves, not
Right.
stressing over money and having to take that time out of our last day. So make sure to call your credit cards.
Your credit card companies.
Yes, make sure to call your credit card.
Hey, credit card.
Hey, credit card.
Hey, credit
What do I
card.
call you?
Hey, Visa. Hey,
Visa?
MasterCard. Hey, American
Miss
Express.
Amex. All right.
All right, number 6.
Number 6.
Really, really important one here too.
Yes,
All right.
I think one of the most important.
So, if you have any pets,
Yes.
you want to make sure that you set up all of your accommodations for your pets in advance.
Exactly. By this point, you should have already have made your arrangements, way in advance. But for this last week, you want to recall whoever you've made the plans to come and take care of the pets, or if they're in boarding or whatever. You want to make sure to, double check everything is good with that, because sometimes you make arrangements with your mom or whoever to take care of the
friend
fur
or
baby like a month in advance,
and then they forget about it last
oh no,
minute.
I'm flying to Miami for the weekend.
Yeah, and then you're stuck last minute without a pet sitter.
Yes,
Right.
that's no bueno. You don't want to do that.
So what we're doing with Simmer is we are actually boarding Simmer. We're gonna put her
yeah.
at where's she going?
I don't remember the name of the place offhand. You asked me.
Okay, but it's a place here in Galveston. And,
Yeah, it's in
We're gonna board her
Galveston.
for a week, so
They've been in business for over 20 years, and they've got air-conditioned kennels, and the guy was really nice on the phone. So I'm going to make sure to put him, put
Put a
his
link.
information into the video, and then I'll let you know after the cruise how it went. We're a little worried anyway, because Simba, she doesn't like to be boarded very well. She's
Yeah.
a mommy and daddy's baby, but she's going to be okay.
right. So so that being said, with boarding, you want to make sure that your pet has all of their current vaccinations.
Right, exactly.
Rabies shots. Make sure they're on flea and tick control.
Yes, and you want to
Patrol.
have a copy of your vaccinations to take with you. Even if it's a family member or someone coming to the house, make sure to have those documents for them, as well as emergency numbers for your vet. So in the case that something does happen, they know who to call. So yeah, I mean, make sure to take care of the fur babies just like you would a regular baby.
Okay, and number 7.
7 is more security for yourselves. We
Peace
want
of
to talk
mind.
about, yeah, your mail.
And I think mail is one of the things that people think about the least while they're gone, you know.
They really do.
Remember, most people mailbox is only but so big. You don't want a week's worth of mail accumulating inside of your box.
Right, and that's really a security issue because, you know, if you have a week's worth of mail in your mailbox,
Right, that's a clear sign to people in the neighborhood that you're not there and open yourself
Exactly.
up to be robbed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So whether you're going to have somebody come by and check your mail or put the mail on hold, a lot of times you can do that right online. So just whatever you're going to be doing, make sure that you make arrangements to avoid break-ins because you don't want to be out at sea and come back and find out that.
Right, and
So
for me, growing up in New York, our mail was actually delivered in the house. So they actually used to open up a little slot in the front door
Oh,
and
in the door? Oh, really?
drop the mail into the house.
That's
so
where you
we would
see all the
always see the
little
mail in the
dogs.
front of the house and actually not outside in the mailbox. So if you're in New York and you have a mailbox that's inside, you ain't gotta worry about it.
That's good to know. So did you have one of those little yappity dogs that
No,
like to bark
I
at the mailman every time he threw the mail in, you know, that you see on TV?
We had a cat that used to jump up to the mail.
The cat?
Yeah.
The cat went to attack the mailman?
All right, so I think that's all 7 tips
Yep.
that you need to do
Yep. Well,
1 week before.
besides packing, but again, check out our link below for what exactly you should be packing to stay organized. And until then, we are going to get our pack on right now.
All right.
So again, if you are new to the channel, we appreciate you dropping in to take a look at this video. We hope
Make sure you hit that subscribe button because we're going to be bringing you lots of cruise videos.
Cruise videos. We've got a lot of
tips.
adventures for next season coming up. So tips, RV, cruise, plane, food,
Train, automobiles, food, and fun.
everything coast to coast.
All right, guys. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now. I feel like I'm not in.
Okay, so let's get started talking about why you clicked on this video.
Okay, let's say that again. Go ahead. Good. Go.
Okay, so let's just start. Okay, so let's start. Okay, so Okay, so let's get started talking about why. Okay,
so let's get started.
Okay, so let's get started talking about why you clicked on this video in the first place.
Yeah.